What you're going to need is one of these oval flower pots, and you're going to cut it in half. Once you've cut this in half, and it's not too hard to cut in half if you have good shears. I just had the worst shears possible. But once you cut it in half, like so, you're going to go ahead and get these trays. They're for grilling, and they come in 2 in a pack. And you're just going to kind of do a rough outline of them, of both sides or both parts of the flower pot, and then just simply cut them out with some scissors. This is a disposable trays, so they're really thin, but and they're easy to cut. You can cut them with just normal scissors. And I did it this way so the top of my backing wouldn't be sharp. So I used the edging of the actual disposable pan for the top part of my pot, if that makes sense. And I just used Gorilla Glue, hot glue, to glue these in place. Now this project, I chose to paint it, but you can easily leave it as is if you like the tin color style. And again, you just go around it and bend it and put some hot glue, or if you want to use E6000, I'm sure that would hold better, or it'd just be stronger. And then you just bend the back of the backing like so. And you do the same to the second one. Then you're going to get one of these garden fences. And I'm going to use jute twine, but you can also use wiring. And right there, if you see the second hook, is where I'm going to put my first pot at. And then you're just going to basically thread the jute twine or wiring through the hose of the backing and around the horizontal bar on the gardening fence. And I added a little bit of hot glue just so it could stay in place while I thread, and also just to give it that extra security and extra support. Because I'm using this for my letters for mail right now, but I actually got this backing for because it has holes in it. That way one day if I decide to plant like herbs or something for my kitchen, it'll have a way to drain. And then I twisted the jute twine around each one of these half flower pots twice. And what I did also was, you'll see right here on where I get to the vertical bar of the fencing, what I did was I wrapped the jute twine around it a few times. I want to say about 3 or 4 times should be good enough, or whatever, how many times you feel. And then I added a little bit of hot glue to the jute twine, just for that extra security. Like I said, later on down the line, I might want to actually plant something in there, and I want it to be sturdy enough to hold the weight of the dirt and plants. And at the end, you just tie a knot. And you're going to do this to the second half as well on top. At first, I thought I would do it that way. Actually add the top to the last bar. But I ended up threading the bottom of my half flower pot to the top bar on the garden fence. Because I wanted that space in the middle, because I'm going to use it for letters and make like flowers later on down the line. So I wanted that space. I needed that space in the middle. And again, you just thread the other half through the holes with the jute twine. And you can leave it like so. And at the bottom, I chose to bend it into the flower pot, but you can leave it as is and add hooks to the bottom of it for keys or, a purse or what have you. But I chose to bend mine because I thought maybe down the line I would want to just put it on my countertop. And you can leave it the way it is with the tin and maybe rust it up or just leave it like as is. What I ended up doing was painting it, and I used the hazelnut Waverly chalk paint and completely painted all of it. And then I went over it once it was dry with the Waverly wax brown paint. Once the Waverly brown paint was dry, also with one of these sanding blocks from Dollar Tree, I sanded it down just to give it more of that rustic look, and I wanted some of the tin to come through the paint. And you just sand it as much as you'd like. And then next, what I did was I got the this vine from Target in the dollar spot, and I don't know how I recorded that it didn't show, but I wrapped it the vine around the top of the garden fence. Get a ribbon of your choice. I used this burlap ribbon to make roses. For some reason I recorded wrong, so you can't see how I did it, but basically you do make a triangle at the end of the ribbon, and then you twist it around. You twist it and then you wrap it around to shape a rose, and you just continue to twist it and wrap it around itself as much as you like, as depending on how big you want the rose to be. I promise I'll make another tutorial on how to make these roses, since you can't see it on here that good. But you just wrap it around and twist, and then every so often put some hot glue. And I ended up making about 4 or 5 of these for this project. And I placed these roses on the top of the garden fence where I had placed the vine. And also I put a little piece of vine in the middle of both of the flower pots to put post-it notes with some clothespins, miniature clothespins. Once you've glued all the roses to the top, or whatever decoration you choose to put on the top, you're going to get I got some jute twine and wrapped it around each one of the half container flower pots, just to cover where I had put the hot glue. And basically what I did was get like 3 strands of the jute twine together, and then just do a simple twist and then hot glued it. And I did it around the sides of the containers, and actually I ended up doing the top and the bottom of the container as well. I truly apologize of how I recorded this. I don't understand what happened, but I wanted to put this video out. So, but again, you just get the 3 strands and twist it around, and then just hot glue it towards the edges around the half of the containers. Here I'm hot gluing the top part. And don't forget, whenever you use jute twine or the nautical rope, go ahead and use a lighter to clean it up. And this is the way it looks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.